Well, I'd like to say it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, but that might be stretching it just a little bit. But still not bad. Hey, it's pretty nice out there. If you haven't been out yet this morning, yeah, it's a little overcast, but hey, it's December. It's supposed to be cool. We're supposed to be wearing jackets, and we're supposed to be enjoying, big heaping bowls of hot soup. That sounds good, doesn't it? I just would guess what kind of soup would I want today? Let's see. I had potato soup the other day. That was really good. Of course, there's always gumbo. That always comes top to mind. Chili always ranks way up there high as well. Shrimp chowder. That'd be a good one. A bisque of some kind would be. It's kind of fancy. A vegetable soup of some. I know. We could have taco soup today. Taco soup always rings a bell, even though it's not Taco Tuesday. Whatever you got on your mind today, get out, get it done, enjoy your day. And don't forget, this is a live Facebook, which it's just like any other Facebook post you run across. So if you want to jump in, you want to comment this morning, you want to tell me where you're watching, you want to tell me what's going on in your world, all you have to do is post up just like you do with every other Facebook post you come across. And we will ask you a favor. If you don't mind this morning, before you go, I've had enough, I'm out of here, hit us with a thumbs up, a like, if you don't mind. It's very important, not just because it makes me feel like, somebody's watching, because if you're not familiar, they use logarithms on Facebook, and it's how they distribute things. And the more likes you have, the more likely you are that it's going to be distributed in a better way. Is the best way I can put it. So if you do that for me, it'd be much appreciated. If you don't like, don't do it. It's pretty simple. But if you don't mind doing it, it would be appreciated. So again, want to join us this morning? What's happening? Let's see who is checking in with us early this morning. I'll just show you. I can see just like you. There's Esther. Good morning to you. Hi, Joetta. Frederick Davis is up early this morning. Hi, Linda. I guess it's not that early, is it, Frederick? Marie Jackson is here. Nina, good morning to you there in Mauriceville. Also, Jacqueline Ford in the Groves is up this morning. Linda Zachary. Alma, good morning to you. Alma Caderas Marino. Also, David Peru. Great morning, Sipcott. Boy, I'm a little bit jealous because that's what I would like to do. I'd like to have a cup of coffee or tea or hot chocolate sitting outside right now. That would be nice. And if you're one of those people, you're like, oh, it's too cold, there's thin skin, it's okay. Take a blanket out there with you, right? Throw it over your legs. Nina, again, good morning. Amber, good morning to you. And Caney Head, always one of my favorite names. Good morning to James in Silsby. Also, Lori Stansbury waking up with us this morning over in the Woodlands. Thank you, Lori. I got to believe she's probably got a connection here to Southeast Texas. James Mouton says good morning from Village Mills and Woodville. And good morning to you, James. Well, as I mentioned, it's a busy time. We were talking about this yesterday. It's just like a cascade of events that are going on. I'm going to hit you with it right off the bat. I want to talk a little bit this morning about what's going on in your headlines across Southeast Texas. Always believe the best way to do that, of course, is to go to kfdm.com. Let me see if I can get that to happen for you this morning. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, so unlock. That would be the key. There we go. And I just need to take a second here this morning, if you don't mind, to tell it that I want the secondary display. And there we go. And I can show you what's going on in the headlines. But before I do that, Toy Feast is underway. This is so important, not just to KFDM. This is important to so many different agencies across Southeast Texas. It's how they depend on making sure they got that little extra push for the holidays. It doesn't really cost you much. It's, you don't have to get out of the house if you don't want to. If you'd love to come by the station, drop off a food donation, a toy donation, or a cash donation, you can on Friday. You can also go, we'll give you several other locations on Friday you can go to and do the same thing. But if you've been waiting all year, you've said, okay, I want to make a significant, or I want to make a donation for the holidays to, Christmas, to one of my favorite charities, maybe this is the time you should be doing that. We're going to give you the opportunity to simply First of all, we've got mugs to give away. They're brand new mugs this year, 2021. You make a $100 or more donation, you will get a special holiday ugly mug. All you have to do is text the word TOYFEAST, Toy Feast, 91999, 91999. It'll walk you through the entire process. And when you're done, then you can, sit back, relax, and enjoy and know that you have helped out some agencies here in Southeast Texas. And if we zoom in a little bit closer, you see the agencies we're talking about this morning include Women and Children's Shelter, Nutrition and Services for Seniors, one of my all-time favorites, the folks at Meals on Wheels, and of course, the Southeast Texas Food Bank. We know what they can do with your money, what they've always done. This has been an event that's been going on for more than 25 years. This year, we want it to be extra special, and the way that happens is by you getting involved. We've raised $2,500. We'd love to get, last year we did, believe it or not, and it still blows my mind, that last year we did $132,000. That's how much money we raised in the way of, again, toys, cash, and food. That was everything combined, $132,000 worth. Don't have those kind of expectations. Would love for it to happen again. But our theory has always been with Toy Feast, any dollars we generate are positive dollars that are going right back here to Southeast Texas. None of this money is sent off to Dallas. None of this money is sent to Houston. This is money that's going to agencies right here, right now, where it's needed most. And we're going to tell you their story. Over the course of the week, we've been telling the story. We're going to continue to tell their story on Friday. We'll also be talking to some of the other folks that have gotten involved. But please, step up. Again, this is your opportunity to give back to your community in a very painless way by simply texting the word TOY, TOYFEAST, Toy Feast. I know it's strange, but when we started this, it was kind of like feast and food, toy as in giving, and it became Toy Feast. It's stuck, and we're still using it today. So again, get involved if you will. We would really, really appreciate it. And again, we promise you to keep you up to date on everything that is going on as far as where that money goes, and you can designate. That's the other great thing about this text to donate. When you text the word Toy Feast to 91999, the first screen that pops up says, pick your charity. So you can either say the United Way, which would mean it goes to all those charities, or you could simply say, I want it to go to this specific charity. I want it to go to Nutrition for Seniors, Meals on Wheels. I want it to go to the Food Bank. I want it to go to the Women Children's Shelter. I want it to go to the Salvation Army. All right. I'm going to push hard on this today, tomorrow, and Friday, because it's all the time that I have to raise as much money as we possibly can for these local nonprofits. And I think that they work hard in our community, and they deserve a little bit of attention in the way of financial help. All right, so let's get to what's going on this morning as far as your headlines concerned, KFDM.com. First stop on the internet, here's one of those that makes you, think twice. Gunmen in hoodies confronting city workers on the streets. Beaumont police looking for several men accused of confronting contract workers for the city of Beaumont outside their vehicle. They're working yesterday, 2500 block of Wilson Street, a water utility project. 5 men in hoodies confront the workers. Several shots are fired. One of the men taken to the hospital. Fortunately, not life-threatening injuries. This is in the middle of the day. This is 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's one of those stories to me, all you can say is just wow. Also this morning, Pfizer saying that the COVID booster does offer extra protection against the Omicron variant. So if you've had both of the shots and you're saying, I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't with the booster, this might be the thing that pushes you over the edge. Again, we're also hearing from a number of people saying it is way too early to really know what kind of effects the Omicron virus may actually bring. Will the symptoms be less? Will it be more contagious? The real problem right now is not here in the south. The real problem this morning is in the north, where winter has already come. People are already being, reduced to smaller spaces because of the weather. And they're seeing a sharp increase in the number of COVID-19 cases, almost all of them Delta at this point. But we have seen a number of the Omicron cases now popping up here in this country. So it's not something that's just affecting South Africa and Europe. This is something that we also are going to experience. The question becomes, how serious of a threat will it be? And if you're watching virologists, the people that study this, they're also saying, don't expect this to be the last variant that there will be of COVID. Just probably not likely. Another top story this morning, this one from the Houston Chronicle. Houston law firm seeks $10 billion in Astroworld lawsuit representing 1,500 concert goers. And if you read closely, this is going to be a name that if you live in Southeast Texas, you will recognize. And that is the name of Brent Kuhn. Brent Kuhn and Associates announcing a massive lawsuit Monday against rapper and headliner Travis Scott, also other defendants included in this. They're representing 1,547 concert goers. In addition to litigating this, of course, you may know Brent from a number of other lawsuits, many of them petrochemical based, explosions and such that he has litigated in. There already have been some lawsuits filed and there have been some dismissed. It'll be interesting to see where this one goes. And again, that is an astronomical number that you are talking about. Take you back up to the headline. The byline is by Ariana Garcia, but $10 billion. That's the number that goes up there. Also this morning, a very disturbing story. Cat set on fire and had its tail cut off. This happened in Jefferson County. Cat was found by a Jefferson County deputy. It was taken to a local agency, nonprofit, where it is recovering, an animal rescue. But wow, it just is. I know we can probably go, oh, come on, it's a cat, But again, animal cruelty, does it really have a place? Of course not. And then finally this morning, this story, kind of as we like to call it in the business, there are things that we have names for things that you probably would never hear anybody say, but I will tell you because that's just, we do. We have names for events like this or stories like this. We call them kickers. So this is the kicker story for Dan's at-home update on this Wednesday. Did you see the story about the plumbers who were doing improvements to Lakewood Church in Houston? Cut into a wall, right? Cut into a wall. And they find hundreds of thousands of dollars, $600,000, envelopes of cash, checks. Yeah, apparently the theft took place in 2014, but the money was never recovered, and now it was found inside the walls of the church. $600,000. Wow. It's Joel Osteen's church, right? Lakewood. So then now this story came out about, I guess, a week ago. Now the plumbers who found the money are going to be rewarded. $20,000 bonus, I guess, on top of the work that they were doing there at the church. All I can say is, okay, 600,000 in the walls. All right, that does it for me today. I appreciate your time. I didn't want to keep you long. We've got things going on. I've got to get out of the house, get some things done. I know you do too. Remember the weather forecast, overcast for the rest of the day, kind of cool. So if soup sounds like something you want, today may be the day to do it because tomorrow we're going to warm back up. And by Friday, they're talking about near 80 degrees before another front comes through over the weekend and really rocks us. The next one is going to really drop temps. If you thought it was cool this time, wait till the next one comes blowing through. And again, I appreciate your time. Appreciate your spending a couple of minutes with me. Want to remind you too, there are a lot of folks out there that you can't hang around. All you got to do is follow us on Facebook, KFDM News. You can follow me on Facebook, Dan Gresham, or Dan at KFDM News, also on Twitter, Morning TV Dan. Plus, of course, we have a YouTube channel. You can subscribe and you can see all the updates. Dan's at Home. And if you hit the subscribe and you want the alerts, you can have those too. Again, that's Dan's at Home on YouTube. I'll post it up as soon as we get finished here. Go out and make it a terrific day. We'll look forward to talking to you again tomorrow, bright and early.